Hi guys, welcome to the very first episode of Lookout by Bree with your host Bree, and
This is KaZuna.
Saysay.
Zane.
you guys are all artists, right?
Yeah.
Can
I'm
you
also a lead designer of Map Club.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little more about Map Club and what y'all guys do?
Map Club originally started as like a skateboarding thing, but it kind of just became more of a way of life for us, for especially in the North Houston area, just not really being able to do much. Just being able to skate is the main thing out there. So just skating, making music, and just spray painting, having fun pretty much, just being free and having people who have the same ideas in mind while you do it, just being right there with you while you have fun.
Taking advantage of being young.
Yeah,
Best way to put
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
that's nice. That's a good idea, to be honest. Yeah.
Always pushing.
I hit the note with that one. It's no worse.
So for my show, I always want to, I want to give us artists to look out for, and I also want to see how they look at the world and how they view the world. So my first question for you guys is just that, like, how do you guys see the world right now? What do you think the world needs right now?
I think they need an affirmation for themselves to go inward, to say I approve of myself, because there's a lot of distraction nowadays, and that's what my brand is about personally. And I am a partnership with Map Club, and I just feel like people need to go within.
Mm,
I feel like this world needs more love. It's just not enough of it.
I
We
agree
don't
with
get
that
enough
one.
of love. Yeah, we don't get enough of that. So many songs that we've made, and so many songs that's out there that kind of spread that remind us, like, bro, no matter what, we're all human. Honestly, this entire world, every organism, every plant needs love. So just share love. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. Enough with the discrimination. Um, Look through everybody, not even transparently. Just love. Love. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong
Just a
with
little
that.
bit of love from me.
I think what's missing the most in the world, honestly, is inspiration and honesty. There's too much false narratives, too much selfishness, too much trying to be the same but better. We need to just find our own individual paths and just
Be yourself.
be yourself while you do it. Don't have somebody tell you that what you're doing is dumb or incorrect because it's something that you're passionate on. I started writing music in the lunchroom and got told I was dumb doing it, that I'm not going to go anywhere.
Mm.
And then now, I perform my own shows. I'm making my own money off this. I'm here at this amazing opportunity, all independently, all off of the hunger to just do something, and people need to have the motivation to just get on their own feet and just put one foot in front of the other and just create what they want and just be inspired. Find inspiration in almost anything because there is something to be inspired from. Just look hard enough. That's what I would say.
That was deep.
I appreciate it.
That was really deep.
I think that's really good advice. Yeah. That reminds me of something that I personally feel. I feel like we need to be comfortable with being embarrassed more often. Like you said
100%.
that you were getting flamed for like your
getting
bad
flamed.
songs that were like old or whatever.
Oh, they were bad.
But I truly think because everyone starts off bad, it's just who keeps going and who doesn't mind being bad and who doesn't mind being embarrassed. And I like that sentiment.
Be a cockroach in the game. Don't go away, man.
We all are cockroaches if you think about it, right?
That's why we here. We didn't give up. And
My
now
grandma had mad cockroaches. A lot. So
I mean, who's did it?
rich
TBH.
people,
Oh.
which I wasn't growing up, unfortunately.
Okay, so how does the way that you guys view the world impact how you create and what you create, and what impression do you want to leave on your audience when you create?
Personally, and within the group, I feel like together we should love ourselves and spread love as well. And that's the whole mission, is to do everything together as a family, as a group. Spread love and positivity. Say affirmation to others and always being positive. That's what I feel like.
So it's something not only that you like give out to the world, but within yourselves, you
Mhm.
find it builds community.
Right.
That's nice.
I'd say being able to love yourself enough to be yourself. It's very scary to be yourself, especially now. Um, in this current generation, we constantly look at idols, and I mean, inspiration is always a great thing, but we also turn that into just seeing somebody else in ourselves and transforming to be that other person instead of
Mhm.
being inspired by ourselves. I feel like it's really important for us to really truly be us, right? Because that's where the main appeal comes from. Um, if you're trying to act like somebody else, somebody would rather be around the other person you're trying to be. So be yourself, be a staple, be an icon, be unique, you know. So
That's what inspires
I
you.
feel like I want to show through my music. Um, and a lot of people might call it weird, a lot of my people might call it particular, and I want exactly that. I want to be weird. So yeah.
I second that. I think my inspiration comes from the experiences that you well, it really should be from any one person experiences, and you should be able to tell your story in any way you can. Everybody's lives are so complex and diverse. You know, you wouldn't want to change out what you're going through for somebody else's. So why not tell the people what you're doing? You know, be unashamedly you, and just find hurt and then be inspired by that. Find love, be inspired by that. Find happiness, be inspired by that. It's really everywhere, like I've been saying. You just got to be comfortable with, like he said, being weird. You know, you got to be an odd cookie to make it where you want to go.
Crumble cookie.
Crumble cookie.
How does be how do you balance being a creative with the rest of your life, like time wise, or like even like energy and like emotions, creativity wise? How does that affect
Ooh,
your
Mm.
life?
I got that one off rip, man. I
You can start. Yeah.
My mom's listening. It's gonna be bad, but I really, I've low key been slacking really heavy with school and stuff like that because it's just all I want. You know, this is really all I want. And I work. I make enough to where I can support myself very well, but it's not what I want to do. And college has never really been for me. So it really just comes down to what do you want most, and are you willing to gamble on yourself? Are you willing to really take that leap of faith and do it? Because you only get one life, man. And I want to be able to say, I really did try everything I could to get myself to where I wanted to be before I realized, dang, I'm 40. I need to start building my 401k. I'm going to start doing some stuff. So that's me. I'm live young, bro. Just have fun. No regrets. Just know what you're doing at the same time, though, because people will be watching and they could be influenced by that really heavy. But just bet on yourself.
So be young and turn, but responsibly.
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't say responsibly because I'm putting 20 grand into college and
Oh, I see what you
but
mean.
it's like
Somewhat responsible.
somewhat safely, but
Maybe not responsibly.
I'm still passing. I'm still passing, but it's just
No, I felt that too. I'm in college right
yeah,
now.
it's
And it's
what
definitely hard being a creative in college because you have all of these different people that you meet, and some of them will lead you down the bad path. Some of them will lead you down the comfortable path, which I would argue is just as bad. And you just really have to stay true to yourself.
especially if you're trying to make music or design, it can really consume a lot of time because it comes down to the point of priorities and what do you deem more important.
Mhm.
For me, it's the music and making clothes. So I'll wake up and I'll just immediately do that instead of throwing my backpack on it.
I've been there.
So
Well, to me, what keeps me going from, following my passion is, I had so many doubts in my past, and I could have just kept focusing on what I was doing instead of what I had to do. I had to focus on my clothes. I had to focus on my music because nobody was taking it serious. And if I'm the only person that take my only thing serious, then who else gonna take me serious? So I feel like you have to make yourself a priority. So my brain is based on vision and perception because I am deaf and I can't really tell you what I heard. I can only show you.
Mm.
the world is death.
Yeah. The
I
world
want
is
my
deaf.
KaZuna.
Bro, yo, you cooked with that. Oh my god. You cooked.
Can we get some snaps? Can we get some?
For me, I work almost 60 hours a week. Um, I do audiovisual, so I do a lot of sound engineering, and sound tech, but I do that to only relate to my passion, which is producing music. And honestly, sometimes it's hard getting home after doing like a 12-hour shift and forcing myself to stay up to maybe make a song, make a beat.
How many times have I called you after work?
And I sound, he understands because I sound super, it's hard to explain. I like now I understand why my mom comes home. I'm Liberian. So my mom comes home, she's instantly yelling, she's getting the belt, it's over, this is not washed. Like it's a lot of that. And um I just kind of have to, I think it's also important to give yourselves breaks because if you don't, obviously you have to work towards something you really want. You have to get it. And if you're tired, you have to remember that later down the line, you look back and realize it's all worth it, right? You're not going to get there by doing nothing, right?
Mm.
So you have to look at the goal, see it at a bird's eye, but realize you do have to dive down to get it. So yeah, sometimes it hurts. It's going to suck. It's going to be really tiring. It's going to be very unmotivating sometimes, but once you're done, you get to look up and just pat yourself on the back, give yourself a hug. It's never easy. It really is never easy. But I want everybody to understand that like life isn't easy. It's never gonna be easy. You just have to make it so you get to see the beauty in life, right?
Mm.
Yeah. I try to sound deep with that. I don't know.
No,
Can I
yeah.
add on to that a little bit? I think
Oh,
with that, I'm sorry, a good support system too. Like finding people that will, make sure that if they have the same goals in mind, will keep you in check. Like I call this dude almost every night because we're working on a project right now, saying you get your verse done or you listen to it all, and he'll be showing us
Stressed,
like
bro.
12 hours,
Stress.
just
Stress.
what. Oh no, I'll do it tomorrow. So, you just got to find the right support system to just keep you in check. Because I'll call him and tell him what we're trying to work for, and he'll be like, "You're right," and he'll get up and he'll get it done, and it'll be some of the most beautiful work
Same with him.
ever.
Same with him. Cause I don't want to get too personal, but I feel like there's times where I'd have to spiritually and mentally slap you across the face. I never do that.
We know what
Never
we're
do that.
talking
I
about.
never do that. But sometimes you kind of have to just like do it. You have to be-
You know
you have to be honest.
he's talking about, KaZuna.
Don't be honest.
I
You know what I'm
know
saying?
what you're talking about.
The demon.
But
The
the
demon.
best thing about a slap, and again, I'm Liberian, so I know I get slapped all the time, is that it wakes you up.
It
It
does.
wakes you up.
The amount of times the dude's opened my eyes to what the real path is, and it's not just some push on the side. Has been multiple times. It's a blessing.
hmm.
I'm telling you.
So y'all hold each other accountable.
Very
Yes.
much.
And that
We got in an argument the other day over what we were supposed to get done because we have a goal in mind and we all agree we need to get it done.
That's something I need personally because if I don't have anybody reminding me of the stakes, then like it's not gonna register in my brain. I need to do that for myself as well.
Mhm.
There's high stakes, especially with how the world is right now.
Oh.
So you gotta keep going. You gotta
Yeah.
keep going.
Find a family.
That's a good. That reminds me of a lot of different people that are oppressed throughout history. They are the ones to I wonder if that's related to make the culture, the next culture, the Harlem Renaissance or
Yeah.
things like that. And I wonder if it's because you just naturally create when you have community like that.
Mhm.
When there's something going on,
Yeah.
kind of gravitate. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I could see that. Really heavy. I like that.
Anyways, that's all the time that we have for this segment. I'll catch you guys on the flip. But yeah.
Bye bye.
The flood.
Snaps.
Hey guys, welcome back to Look Out by Bree. I'm your host, Bree. We're gonna tell you who to look out for and what their outlook on the world is. Once again, this is
KaZuna?
Saysay.
Zane.
hell yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I was just I guess I was wondering from the last things that we were talking about, you guys are really busy people, it seems. And you guys are also very committed to your craft. That seems like it would be really hard, and I'm sure there's like a lot of problems or obstacles that you've faced in life as a creative who also has to go to work. What would you say your biggest problem is right now, and how do you overcome that, and how does that, I guess, affect your creative endeavors?
I would say, I guess, just mentally getting over the past and certain roadblocks can really stop what you're trying to build. So that's the biggest challenge. But just reminding yourself that there's a tomorrow and things like that really help you be like, what am I tripping over? So it's definitely a mental thing. I feel like.
I would say time management because I feel like everything that I have to do it had to be like done like right then and there.
Mm.
Like I'm not creating in the process at the time creating anything because I have two jobs and after I come home I'm trying to like focus on the music, making clothes and just trying to manage my time. That's my biggest problem.
Mm.
My biggest problem right now is my job for real. Like I don't want to say too much, but I would rather be getting paid. Doing well, I like what I do. It's just like
You're gonna get paid through this.
I mean, of course, it's
What?
just it's a thing where I had a love for like my job. I had a love for it, and then the more busy it gets, the more it's killing it because it's hard. That work life balance is super hard. So just once in a while, I have to kind of force myself to remind myself that I'm like alive, like I can do other things, but work, even if it's outside of making music, outside of producing something.
Mm.
Sometimes you just gotta enjoy yourself. Sometimes you do, and enjoying yourself inspires what you make. So I think that's the best thing to do if you're going through a hard time, if you feel like you're working super hard, right? Just remind yourself that there's a reason why it's called life. You gotta live it.
The
You're not
game of
trying
life.
you're not trying
Yeah.
to survive it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'd say.
There's definitely a lot of challenges. I'm fortunate enough with my industry of where I'm working. I bartend and stuff like that. So it's very lax. It's nightlife, but
You almost got
it's
killed.
it's very plenty
Okay,
of
can you
time.
tell? Give us a story. Give us a
I
story.
want the story of. Okay, so I worked at before I started my current job. I was security for a bar.
Named.
I'm not name dropping that place because I want these viewers to stay safe at home and go to the other place instead.
Oh, it's just
But I
such a funny name.
so I would go there
Shenanigans.
and I would be security and there's not even one story. It's pretty much at one point every night there was either a gun getting shot in there or
Oh.
a knife. But there was definitely one time where this one guy, I told him he was too drunk, he needs to leave, and he turns around and is like, "You're so young. I could be your dad." He tries touching my hair and stuff, and I move him away. I'm like, "You need to go." And then he's like, "You're a B word, all that. I ought to hate you." And I'm like, "What?" Pulls a knife out on me, stuff like that.
Oh wow.
But he's drunk, so he had no like grip on it. So I was very able quickly to
Nonchalant.
Did you?
nonchalant in the coolest way ever. I just smacked it out of his hand.
Uh,
But no, I had to get the knife out of his hand and remove him. But it was stuff like that where you don't know what you're dealing with. Knife comes out. Been gun instances.
Can't go back.
It can't go back. But that's not even what I was going towards. I was saying with my line of work with bartending and stuff, it's nightlife. So I have a lot of free time to really just make music throughout the day. But making music, you're by yourself. You're in your head a lot. And with me, I've had a lot of experiences with other people that have really drawn me down, and I cared for them a lot. So just making music helps me cope with that, and I really get in a nasty mindset sometimes. So getting over the past in isolation is another really difficult aspect of making music that I don't think people really take into account.
You know what? I have basically the same experience as you because I used to be a server, so I do relate to like having my entire day free, and it does get really lonely, like if I'm trying to create because no one's there. Like you go to the grocery store and it's like the stay-at-home moms
Yeah.
only. Like
I'll
It-
call him up and he'll be like, "I'm at work, can't talk."
all the time.
you
Yep.
can't hang out with your friends at all because you're working.
you- There's times
No,
where
no,
like
I'm
I'm
working.
like if it's a busy week at work, like like isolating, like I'm isolating myself for what's it called?
Self-isolation.
Not even that. I think it's called
Like avoidance.
there's another word.
Hermit.
Whatever.
A hermit.
Oh, disassociation. I'll be disassociated.
Appreciation.
Oh no, you went MIA a
OD,
while ago.
OD.
Heavy.
And I'm not gonna lie, it regularly happens. It's not on purpose.
But just having people there.
KaZuna, you can speak,
Yeah.
bro. I let this boy deliver for almost a
I
month.
thought
bro.
met him. He just
But just
wait.
having,
Oh, so like, what happened? You know?
My bad look.
having people there is
I
the
just
biggest thing.
got
You know,
time.
people who
Yeah, I didn't know, but now it's understandable. So.
people who don't mind it and just knowing that they're in the same boat as you, they'll understand. So definitely apologize. Not calling you out, but like just know that like there's people there and to do what you got to do, but don't let it
That's
get
real.
too far down to where you're in a slope that you gotta climb to get out. Because there's people there with their hand down, wires slipping, and I know it's annoying to want to grab the hand and get pulled back up, but just know they're gonna do it with love in mind, you know.
Mhm.
Mm.
And if you're finding a hand that wants something in return, slap that hand away and turn around and grab the other hand. All right. Because the one that wants something in return is going to look the sweetest in the moment, but it's definitely not in the long run.
Mm. So go for who gives you what you need, not necessarily what
Who gives you the same energy plus more?
Mm.
Mhm.
Plus more.
Plus more. You expect more because y'all are kings and queens.
Okay, that I just thought of a question. So you guys said essentially that you guys want more love in the world,
Needed.
need more love in the
Needed.
world.
Yeah.
What would you say your definition of love is? Because we were just talking about how you should slap away the hand that doesn't give you
From
mutual energy.
past experiences, I've had friends who use me and have done very bad substances and have tried to get me to do it. And you know, I care for them because they've been there for me for the longest time, but it's just like they'll drag you down and they'll start using you for your connections or your money or your kindness or your hospitality. But then you have people like these guys where I didn't speak to this dude for 2 years. I've known him since I was a freshman in high school. 2 years, no, even more, 4 years, finally graduate,
Mhm.
comes back into my life. But he was my first friend I had, and it was like nothing was wrong. You know, he never asked of anything from me. I never asked of anything for him. But it would be I'd come in there and there'd be something there waiting for me. You know, it'd be open arms or whatever. Love is not minding being able to do something for someone. If anything, you want to do it. You'd be more mad not doing it for them because it's the people that you chemically and emotionally and physically just are drawn to because that's your comfort. And then when you're going to comfort for people who are using you for stuff, that's not comfort, that's abuse. And you got to know the difference between someone who's coming around and say, "Hey, you want to do this?" or go out and do something, or somebody who's calling you and be like, "Hey, how you been? I haven't heard from you. You want to meet up, go do something, you know, chat?" There's a difference. It's just you got to look at the patterns of how people work. So love is really just caring for somebody, you know,
Mm.
just deeply and going above and beyond. That's what I would say. And not enough people do that because what they do is they have their own interest at heart. And then as the moment they get it, don't matter how long they know them, they'll go and turn around and they'll go hang with the people they want to hang to show off what they did with, you know, and it's, you don't need that. You need to celebrate your victories and your show offs with the people who helped you get it.
For me, I'm trying to be loud. Love, for a lot of people, it can be very complicated. For a lot of people, they feel like they've never experienced it. Um, and sometimes it is complicated because, you know, especially with family, sometimes you feel like it's automatic. Like you're supposed to love your family, you're supposed to love your mom, your dad, grandparents. no matter what. But I feel like sometimes love can be forced onto certain people, and I feel like sometimes love is natural. And I feel like if you feel like love, quote unquote love, is being forced onto you, uh, try just distance yourself and just kind of evaluate that in itself.
Toxic love.
It can be really hard. You know what I'm saying? But it really is the best part of it is that it's natural. I remember I was going through a breakup, and the best thing, like what I was doing, was skating, like to get over that. I went to the skate park and I met two dudes. Right, I met two dudes. One of them, um, super tall, skinny,
R.I.P.
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 And then I met this guy, and I was like, oh, like, what's up? I was just trying to make new friends, bro. Like I was really at that particular time I was lonely, but off rip, my first impression of him was very open, very honest, and from that we built a connection. I haven't since then. I didn't talk to him for like a year or a
No, I
couple.
was like 16, bro.
Yeah, you're like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I was not. I was
It
19.
was not a combo.
No, I was 19. You were 17.
Most people.
Same
And
with
we
me.
were like after because I was like trying to meet other adults. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
I was a kid, you know, skipping class. And
yeah, I was
but
like,
you
yeah,
got a whole job and
yeah. I don't know. I was. I'm not. I don't want to spill too much more, but
and doing
basically what I'm trying to say is let it happen. Just let it happen. Don't
Let it be
forcefully
natural.
look for it. Let it be natural. Let it happen.
That's fact.
And don't try to fake it.
Yeah.
Don't
I would
fake
say
it.
this
That's the worst
whole
thing you could do.
interaction in here alone was very natural and fluid. From like finding you for the music, him from school, him from the skate park. It was all a very natural meeting because I've known you for a minute now, and like it's just everything kind of feels like it kind of happened for a reason. And if it doesn't feel like it didn't happen for a reason, then you should really observe and analyze what the situation is.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If it feels forced, what's the point?
It's the best way to describe
Speaking
it.
of making things happen for a reason, I met, you, Zane. He's the first person that I met at Huntsville High School. I was a senior, and this was my first time going, and he's the first person I met. So I think it was meant to be, because he turned out to be this great person. This cool guy, cool dude. And he's always been creative, always been funny and honest and open, and like I feel like that love. You just find your tribe, it's just like being yourself and being you authentically, just that's how you find that love, you know?
What's wild is you was making the music before me too. I wasn't interested
Yeah.
in music in the
Sure.
slightest. It was
Sure.
basketball and all that, man. So life.
Basketball?
We was
I was
baby,
really good at
Like
basketball.
Literally a
like
baby.
high school musical?
I wouldn't say I was the greatest, but
Nah.
I mean, I took my AAU team to nationals. I had some interests and stuff. Yeah,
You know what your type
Troy,
is,
big.
man. You were Troy, bro.
Nah, but
Is he like Troy?
Troy had a good
What's that other
woman.
dude
Troy
name?
had a good woman. I didn't. So
What was that other dude name?
I don't know. You asking like I've watched the movie.
We gotta watch it when we get home.
We watched it.
We're watching High School Musical when we get back.
Okay, we are running out of time, so I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity to like plug your stuff. Like, let us know what are you guys up to right now?
Map Club. We just dropped The Ambient, which was our first official album that
I'm actually
she was on. You were on. He executively produced. It was a story just about, finding yourself again after your whole world is just taken from you. And it took me a while and the boys to make, but it was something very beautiful. We got Global Service, which is going to have all of us
Global Service.
on it. It's going to be more hype, more fun, more energetic, more not wanting to kill yourself kind of vibe. So it's really going to be something amazing. And we got more clothes coming out here soon. Plug your stuff, guys.
So my clothes, for the whole brand together, we have a whole, new design that's coming out with a partnership with Map Club. But like, this is gonna be great for the people with the affirmations, with the partnership with them, and I feel like together as a family, we can create something good with global service. That's inspirational. for
Unity
people.
is what it is.
Love, self-love.
Just
Family.
look forward to the music. We all got stuff that we have dropped on our SoundCloud.
All four of us.
Yeah.
I might drop something on Valentine's Day. Who knows?
What
Same here.
are y'all's SoundClouds and
Uh,
Instas or
Zane, all caps, or big underscore daddy underscore badger.
Then mine is just Saysay. Just Saysay all underscore.
My name is KaZuna, just KaZuna, with a capital Z.
Yeah.
all right. Well, that concludes our show. Thank you guys for coming to the first episode. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Snap, snap.
Oh yeah.